Once upon a time, there was a man who had 2 sons. The younger son said, "Father, give me my share of the inheritance." So the father divided his property between them, and the son left, chasing freedom, chasing pleasure, chasing the world. He spent it all, on parties, on pleasures, on friends who only stayed around as long as the money lasted. Then came the famine, and no one gave him anything. He took a job feeding pigs. He was so hungry that he wanted to eat what the pigs ate. That's when he remembered, even my father's servants have food to spare. Surely they will give me some bread. So he went back. He was broken. He was ashamed. He was rehearsing his apology. "Father, I have sinned. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Please don't throw me out. Please forgive me. I'm sorry." He was rehearsing his apology all the way home. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and he ran, embraced him. He kissed him. Son began to speak. "Father, I've sinned." But the father interrupted. "Bring the best robe. Put a ring on his hand, shoes on his feet. Kill the fattened calf. We must celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found." They celebrated, but the older brother was angry. He refused to come in. "I've served you all these years," he said, "and not once have you celebrated me." The father said, "Everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate because your brother was lost and now is found." A few things to note. No. 1. God doesn't expect perfection from you or me. You notice the younger son didn't wait until he got everything right before he went after his dreams. He didn't wait until he finished school. He didn't wait until he was done with his studies. He didn't wait until he was done with his apprenticeship. He didn't wait until he was married. Just went. And sometimes when we go wrong. Sometimes when we chase our dreams, we end up in a nightmare. And that's where this young man found himself. But that's not the end of the story, because here's what happens. Notice no. 2. Even when we mess up royally, even when we spend our lives chasing pigs, God's door is never closed against us. There are no locks on the doors of mercy. There are no bars on the windows of God's forgiveness. This young man had messed up. He had wasted his life. He felt like a failure. But he knew one thing, that his father's house still stood, and that his father's heart was big enough to fit 2 sons. It says that this young man started to rehearse his apologies. But notice, God doesn't wait for us to apologize. God doesn't wait for us to get our lives together. God doesn't wait for us to finish our pity party. When we are still a long way off, when we are still a mess, when we are still in our sin, when we are still in our shame, when we are still broken, when we are still hurting, God runs to us. And that's what the father did. He ran. He embraced him, showered him with love. He put a ring on his hand, shoes on his feet. He gave him the best robe, the finest clothes, and he killed the fattest calf. The greatest celebration you could imagine. Okay, that's how God celebrates when we come home. And no. 3. The religious people will never celebrate your return. The older brother represents the religious people. Their attitude is this: why should I celebrate? Why do we have to celebrate? Look at me. I haven't sinned like that. I haven't messed up like that. I've been good. I've been pious. I've been holy. I've been righteous. Why do we have to celebrate this person? Okay, God doesn't call us because we're perfect. God calls us because we're broken. And the more broken you are, the more wonderful your testimony will be. So if you feel like you've messed up, if you feel like you're not good enough, if you feel like you're not beautiful enough, if you feel like you've made too many mistakes, if you feel like you've fallen too many times, I have news for you. God isn't waiting for you to get your life together. He's waiting for you to get your heart together. Will you run to him today? Will you embrace him today? Will you confess your sin today? Will you repent of your sin today? Will you believe in him today? Because he is waiting. He's running toward you. All that he wants to do is shower you with the finest robes of righteousness, with the biggest feast of forgiveness, with the sweetest song of salvation. Are you going to come home?